Without a single bar of steel or a drop of concrete, a bridge has stood firm for 1400 years. How did our ancestors achieve this? At first, people crossed rivers by placing stone piers in the water, then laying flat stone slabs across them, like building a long stone bench. Naturally, this kind of bridge was called a bench bridge, but bench bridges could only span narrow rivers. If the river was too wide, the stone slab would bend under its own weight and easily crack. You might then think, just add more stone piers to shorten the distance between slabs. Yet too many piers would block boats from passing, and during floods, those piers would be smashed and washed away, cutting off traffic altogether. Later, while exploring a cave, you notice something. The cave is hollow, yet it doesn't collapse. You realize this is because of its special arch ceiling. Inspired, you decide to copy the cave's shape and build a stone arch between the two riverbanks. But when you start stacking stones, you find there are always gaps between them. Even if you fill the gaps with sand and gravel, the arch is still unstable and collapses easily because the forces aren't evenly distributed. So you change your approach. You cut every stone into a wedge shape, wide on top and narrow below. Now, when the arch is completed, the stones lock tightly together. As they press against one another, the force is carried along the curve of the arch down to the abutments on both banks. This not only makes the arch bridge much more stable, it also eliminates the need for piers in the water, allowing boats and floodwaters to pass freely underneath. However, the earliest stone arch bridges were semicircular. Their spans were larger, but the arches were so tall that the deck looked like a small hill. People, carts, and horses had to struggle up and down, making travel inconvenient. So you dare to innovate. You adjust the cutting angle of each stone, flattening the tall semicircle into a gracefully curved bow-shaped arch. To prevent the stones from shifting or loosening, you link them in pairs with iron clamps, binding the entire arch into a single solid whole. Now the bridge surface is not only firm, but much flatter and easier to cross. Just when you think all the problems are solved, the river rises in a violent flood. Although the main arch opening is large enough to let the water through, the sheer force of the flood still threatens to tear the bridge apart. You respond by carving two smaller side arches on either side of the main span. When the floodwaters come, these side arches help divert and share the flow, reducing the pressure on the main arch. At the same time, they lighten the overall weight of the bridge, making it both lighter and more stable. Then you realize, strength alone is not enough. This bridge also needs protection, so you sculpt a dragon head on each side of the arch's crown. These are not just decorations. In heavy rain, water runs out through the dragon's mouths, like real dragons spouting water. This drains the bridge deck, protects the stone from erosion, and carries the ancient wish that dragons will guard the river and keep people safe for generations. In doing all this, you have designed the #1 bridge under heaven, the Zhao Bridge. For more than 1400 years, it has withstood countless floods, wars, and earthquakes, yet it still stands tall and strong today. It is, in every sense, a true miracle of engineering.